What's up YouTube? How's everybody doing? I'm bringing you guys a quick video on resealing and fixing a used secondhand fish tank. As you guys know, you guys could get a lot of deals from secondhand fish tanks, as I did here with I think it's about 25 to 40 gallon bow front tank for $10. When I did purchase it, the silicone, it was all damaged. So I already started the process, so I'm removing the silicone. What you will need for all this process, you will need a caulking gun, you will need painter's tape, you will need some rubbing alcohol, and um, a window scraper razor. You also will need the silicone. This is the cheapest silicone I use. I only use the ones from the aquarium stores. I get an all-purpose GE clear silicone 100% silicone with no add-ons. And you will need a cloth for the alcohol, and I have spray paint there for the reason that I'm gonna paint the background. So I already started this, so I'm gonna just give you guys a quick walkthrough. So how I'm doing this. One thing too, the tank does have some built up calcium, but I'll show you guys how you could clean it and have it basically 100% new. But that'll be in another video. So we'll see in the process how I fix this tank. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys right now just a quick skim through of how I do things. Like I said, you need the window scraper. What do you have to do here? You get the edges and you scrape it. Since I don't have that much anymore, I'm just skimming through it, but you should go over it at least I'll say at least 3 to 4 times, depending if you're able to take it an easier way. It does take approximately 15 to 30 minutes, depending how fast and careful you're doing. So I'm going over because I do have some silicone in there. The corners that I noticed that the corners are the hardest ones, and it's really hard to get the corners. That's where I had basically a bit of trouble, but that's where patience comes in. Don't be scared to do this either, because if you are, sometimes that makes you mess up. It takes longer. You just have to come in with confidence when you do this. Okay, so I'm finished doing all the scraping. Now I'm gonna show you guys what's the second process. But before this, of course, you need to clean the tank out, remove any junk, anything that it has before you do the scraping. Alright, now I'm gonna show you guys how I clean it. Let me try to point somewhere where the sun isn't really affecting the quality of the video. Alright. So what I do here, I'm going to tilt I'm gonna tilt the tank as you guys can see here. Let me zoom in real quick. As you guys can see the little scraps of silicone on the tank, and I'm gonna get rid of that. Alright. So I did say you will need a cloth. You should get the tip. Put some rubbing alcohol in there. And we're gonna go over it again. And the reason I do alcohol, because it dries up within a couple seconds. As you guys can see, it's basically all cleaned up already. The silicone looks all cleaned up. So the next process that you're gonna do, the next step for this, is you're gonna be using the painter's tape, so you get a clean cut for the silicone once you put the silicone. Alright. Okay, so I'm gonna pause the video and I'll show you guys once I'm done, so you guys won't see. As you guys could see, I'm already did the tape on the edges on the side of the glass, between the glass where I'm gonna put the silicone. Now I'm gonna show you guys how I do it. Like I said, you're gonna be using a caulking gun. You will need the silicone, so let's install that. Okay, what you guys are going to want to do is cut it like in a 45-degree angle. As you guys see, you guys can really see because of the reflection of the light, but still looks like it's too small. So I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger. Yes, it looks like actually this one. you're gonna have to cut what's in there. So I already did that. Had to cut the wrap. And now let's begin silicone. Okay, when you guys do that, give me a second. When you do such a thing, you have to use your finger. Trying to smoothing everything out so we won't have no air bubbles. So we did the first one. Now let's go to the second one. It's a little bit hard since there's it's a little bit hard since the caulking gun's a little bit too big. I will say this, the silicone does have a strong smell, and it's actually gonna be smelling until it's cured. So I'm gonna flip the tank and I'll do the other side. Okay, let's do this other side. Okay, so I did that side. Now let's do the second side. Okay, so I did that. Now I'm gonna have to do the hard part, which is the bottom. Since this is a bow front, I didn't really tape the bottom since it's the bottom and you're not really gonna be able to see it. So let's see how it goes. I don't know if I'll leave it like this or I might have to turn it. So I'm actually gonna turn it. So it could be easier. I'll show you guys how I do it from there. Alright guys, so that was it for the silicone. I am gonna do a second I'm gonna go over it 2 times for another time. For the fact, just to make sure, either way the silicone's not expensive. I got it for about $5, so I'm not worried about that. It's way cheaper than we get it at a pet store and for the amount they give you there. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna spray paint it and I'm gonna end up this video. After the second time that I'm gonna go over the silicone, I'm gonna have to wait a day. People sometimes wait 2 days just to make sure, but I'm gonna wait a day because I don't exaggerate on waiting and doing all this extra stuff. So yeah, I'll upload a video once the silicone is dried and me filling it up and testing it and to see if there's no leaks. And then after that, if that's so, then I'll show you guys how to remove built up calcium or any algae on the tank. Now let me spray paint it and we'll end up this video.